So talking about some RFID tag options here, Darryl, I'll let you talk a little bit about this. I know we've discussed some options, but given this situation here, why don't you elaborate a little bit?
Yeah, so we see a passive tag here on the back of this top of this laptop. And one practice we like to do here is have the human readable item ID that you'll find in the backend database to look up this asset, as well as the 1D barcode, which is the item ID on your RFID tag. So your RFID tag can really serve as multiple purposes. It's going to deliver you the capability to track and do inventories with RFID, as well as serve as an asset tag on that item as well. And with our mobile applications that work with the mobile RFID devices, they deliver both RFID and barcode capability, because some functions, quite frankly, are better using barcode. If you're checking something out to an individual, using the barcode capability is very accurate and ensures you're hitting the right tag that you expect to be hit. But if you're doing a broad, floor to record type of inventory, that's really where you're going to get the bang for your buck with the RFID solution, because you can inventory, a 5,000 square foot warehouse that might take you, many days to inventory by hand or with barcode, you can sweep through in, under an hour with RFID, maybe an hour.
You mentioned the value of the tag and what can this tag do besides RFID capability. And you mentioned human readable information. Some of you may have also a requirement for IUID compliance or unique identification, where each asset must have a unique identifier to be in compliance with MIL Standard 130. There's no reason to purchase an RFID tag for your asset tracking and a separate UID tag to handle your MIL Standard 130 compliance. You could essentially get a 2-for-1 value here, where in this particular picture we're showing a 1D barcode, but we could easily do a 2D data matrix barcode to meet your UID compliance. So you get your, like Darryl had mentioned, your bang for the buck, where you're handling your MIL Standard 130 compliance, and you're also taking care of all of your asset tracking and your inventory requirements. And that way you're saving cost on those tags. So that's what we talk about when we talk about value, identifying all of your requirements and then see how much the tag can handle based on, again, environmental conditions and what your expectations are. So moving along, just to give you a couple of other examples of some other different types of RFID tags. The picture on the left is more of a durable hard tag, and on the right you have a hang tag here. Again, you see 1D barcode on the right. You can also put your company logo, obviously your human readable information, company name, maybe an asset identifier. Again, lots of options here. Darryl, I just want to chime in on any of that.
Yeah, all good points, Dave. That on the left, you see an example of a piece of IT equipment in a rack. That's just the corner of a UPS, and they have tags of that size and smaller, because a lot of times network switches is very little real estate on the face of them, and there are tags that for that purpose as well. Including these hanging tags or folding tags that could be used, because typically racked equipment like this is inventoried with a mobile RFID device. So a lot of options there to tag that type of equipment.
So what's also good about this is if you already have RFID tags out there and you're not finding you're getting the best bang for the buck, in terms of the read range, for example, perhaps maybe you don't have the best tag for the asset that's being tagged with that RFID tag itself. So you may want to reevaluate and look at your integrator. If you've dealt with an integrator before, or perhaps A2B Tracking, we can assist with that, is reevaluate if you have an existing RFID tag system in place, but you're not happy with the performance of the tags, we cannot stress enough, there are many tag options out there, and it may be something you want to look at to reevaluate and perhaps replace some of those tags, just as another option.